Hello everybody, let's talk about Spiral. As a lot of you know, the champion is coming at some point to the game. We can see that she is featured in the Grand Banquet trailer, and the character model actually looks pretty darn good. Of course, a lot of us remember like the comic book version of the character, and now the character is going to become a champion. There's a lot more to that meets the eye, and I don't know much about the character, and I'm sure some people out there don't know much about this character as well that's coming to the game. I'm sure a lot of you will remember there was a tease of the colour palette of things, which we tried to predict of like who was coming to the game. November 2024 is still what I think is going to be the character coming in. You can see the colour palette kind of gives this kind of tease right here because it's like the darker blues, lighter blues, whites that we can see there. And of course the champion's look and appearance will not look like this, but will look similar, I'd say, to this, which kind of puts it in, yes, it's similar to the comic book version. So you can see that version right there. Then there's another image, which is this one right here, where you can see her. It's kind of weird because she's got like more of a darker blue tones than, or kind of a, what is it? Is it navy blue tone? It's a different tone than I think a lot of us were thinking of. There's also something else that kind of like, I'm going to like put as a if thing. The if thing is Herbie's there. Now, okay, I'm not saying I'm 100% certain Herbie's coming to the game. But again, the weirdness side of things is if you look at Herbie there, the image that we've got, Herbie a champion. It's such a far out kind of theory of the matter. But when we kind of go back to this, if I can grab it, Richard. Grab it. There we go. Grab the colours there. Okay, that kind of blue, that white, that blue, which of course is the teasing colours that Caban put down. Imagine if Herbie is coming to the game. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just throwing it out there because it could be weird. Because October, we still haven't found out what champions are coming in October. I'm sure a lot of us can tease. I mean, we put on the channel the idea that these champions could come in, variants of the symbiotes, and of course, what was it? It wasn't Jackal, was it? It's Hobgoblin. December, we still don't know. Is it going to be any one of those? If it's any one of those, it's going to be pretty spicy. But so far, what was in August? Oh yeah, Enchantress. No, we got that right. And Beta Ray Bill, which was a definite. But this is the thing that kind of like, it's not concerns me, but could we get Herbie and could we... Well, I know we know we're getting Spiral, and we kind of know that it's going to be November because that kind of sees us through these next few months, and a tease, of course. But what will be the champion that comes with it? Herbie, I'm not making this video all about going, oh, I think Herbie's coming to the game. But I wanted to look at Spiral's abilities a bit more. However, let's keep our options open as to who we think is going to be the secondary champion. It's just rather unusual to see Herbie there. Herbie fighting as a character in the game seems a bit bizarre. But anyway, we'll have a look when that's comes to potentially be a thing. Let's talk about Spiral because, as I said, I don't know much about her abilities. I know that she's got multiple arms. I know that she's a very skilled combatant. And I know she's from Mojo World, but other than that, I don't know a huge amount. And I thought that's kind of like one of the main things I should do is kind of learn a bit more about the character. So she was an ally of Longshot, and again, that makes perfect sense to have some synergization between Longshot and Mojo, which makes perfect sense. What else? Well, she appeared in her first appearance is Longshot 1, issue 1 in 1985. I didn't know that she kind of like went back. I thought she was more 90s, but hey, we're learning a lot more. Here's something interesting right here. Spiral was revealed to have conquered an alternate timeline and referred to herself as the Apocalypse. She managed to kill most of the Earth's heroes, and only Cable and some of the X-Force New Mutant allies were left. Spiral had kidnapped that universe's Sunspot and tortured him, making him make love to her until his rescue. With the aid of Shatterstar, Spiral was evidently defeated and apparently returned to Mojo's service. She later attacked the X-Men together with Mojo, but ended up defeated once again. Spiral was among the 9 criminal geniuses that Beast sought out when it when it came to reversing the effects of dissemination, Mojo himself was another. That's a very dark path. But hey, you know, some people like the dark path. I mean, yeah, we'll move on. Powers, because this is the main thing about the video. Like, I don't know much about her powers. I didn't even know much about the spell casting. I thought that she was a skilled combatant, she had good fighting skills, but didn't know much more than that. And with her coming in, what are the other abilities we should be expecting? So Spiral has a powerful mystical ability with gestures of dance moves. She can teleport herself and numerous people across distances. Now, I think I remember that from watching X-Men the Animated Series. And her more powerful spells require complicated dance moves. Some of Spiral's spellcasting powers can be triggered through small hand gestures of her many hands. Spiral often incorporates knives and swords into her complicated spells. Spiral can also disguise herself through her magic. Wow. Again, like, I'm learning so much about this character's magical prowess. And even though, will the character be a mutant though? Or a mystic? And this is going to be the big shake-up between stuff like, you know, Shatterstar. Would he be a mutant or not? Because obviously they feature within the mutants of like X-Men type stuff universe. But if we're talking spells, then we're talking of like more of a magic-based character. Same with Mojo. Mojo's is a mystic. So would we expect this character to be a mystic? And this bumps up the mystic line. I think the mystic class has been a little bit sparse of late with champions, so this is good news if that's the case. We'll find out a little bit more. So this is all about learning more about the character. So what else? For a time, her trans reality powers have been cancelled by Mojo, and she can only teleport on Earth 616, where Mojo dumped her. However, Spiral managed to have her interdimensional powers returned to her through unknown circumstances. Oh, okay. By using magic, Spiral can teleport herself and others, project concussive energies, paralyze others, turn invisible, remove superhuman abilities, cause unconsciousness, conjure up objects. Every time I see stuff like this, remove superhuman abilities, right? It makes me think about the situation with Kingpin and the ability accuracy reduction. Of course, we're saying that we're taking what's in comic book lore and trying to apply it to Marvel Contest of Champions, which we don't know the abilities yet. But you have to also ask extra questions of going, well, is this something that, say, Kabam are looking to put something in the future which could affect another thing, and this kind of champion outweighs that? We'll have to see. Will this champion have ability accuracy reduction? Is this going to be a big deal? And other stuff like that. Possession immunity. Spiral's mind seems to be immune from possession. When Rogue attempted to steal Spiral's mind and powers, Spiral collapsed into unconsciousness, but took over Rogue's body instead, allowing that she had danced in many people's souls. This could mean something like reverse control immunity, or like inversion, whatever it is. Like, she'll be able to kind of deal with those mind control tactics, and maybe shrug off ability action reduction as well in herself. And yes, this could be cool. Spiral is aware, though, unknown mystical means whenever a person speaks her name. So speak her name and she knows. Say her name and she appears. I believe in Spiral. Sorry. For those that watch wrestling, you'll get that reference. Other people, good luck to you. Spiral is a highly skilled hand-to-hand combatant. Again, makes sense. Sword fighter. Her 6 arms are fully coordinated, giving her great dexterity, athletic ability. However, Spiral will often lose to less powerful opponents due to tendencies of overconfidence. Now, we do have a champion that does have those confidence-based abilities in Gladiator. Will this be something that will be similar or have a nod to this? I don't know. Will there be something that if she gets too confident, she then kind of like spirals out of control? Maybe. And you'll have a chance to get in to damage it. Damage it more like a protection falling off after a certain length of time. Spiral demonstrates highly developed skills of cybernetics and genetic manipulation, which she has used to turn humans into powerful cyborgs at a body Chopin. But most notable include Lady Deathstrike and the cybernetic Reavers, who have since been upgraded by Donald Pierce. Now, I don't know if that will be something we'll see. Do I think that if she's a hashtag metal because of metal swords that... oh, hang on. Swords constructed from unknown metals. I was trying to like talk myself into a Magneto as being a good counter to her, but we don't know yet. I shouldn't really hypothesize these things until we actually know. All in all, the character, when she eventually comes in, which as we said is probably going to be in November, is going to be a really cool champion that I think that a lot of people are going to like. A lot of people wanted the character, as well as Dazzler and a few other ones that they want to see in the game. But very exciting, really interested to learn a bit more about the character. I hope you learned some more as well. This is why I made the video, is to go, hey, let's learn a bit more about... let's learn more about Spiral, a character that could be coming into, that should be coming to the game and is coming into the game at a later date. Don't know about Herbie, but hey, roll on November and let's see who is it gonna be. And I hope you have a good day. Anyway, I'll see you in the next one. Check out some other content located on screen. Bye bye for now.